That's right. You do need to know. See, I did that for you, Doug. There you are. All right, you listen to Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John on AM-1220 KHTS, Santa Clarita's hometown station. We've got our special guest, Mr. Sports, Kier Chapman, in. Now, Kier, we were just finished talking politics.
Yeah.
And I thought of something.
What'd you think?
Lee brought up a good point that most people don't realize. If I said to you, hey, Clinton's leading Trump 47% to 41%, what are you going to think? You're going to go, oh, Hillary Clinton's going to be president, right?
As a Democratic person myself, that sounds super positive.
Yeah,
like Hillary's leading Trump.
Suppose it was 45% to 42%. Trump, though.
Then it's like, well, now what do I do?
You realize that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I know you realize.
Yeah, because you told me.
Yeah, but most people don't realize that doesn't matter. That's a popularity contest. We're not a true democracy. We're a constitutional republic. Right. And it's the electoral college. It's ridiculous.
That sounds really bad. A republic never sounds good.
It doesn't. But if you and I figured most Americans are sheep. They don't know this stuff.
Sheeple.
They're sheeple.
Wake up, sheeple.
Wake up, sheeple. They don't. It's the electoral college. All the media talks about is, the Fox News poll shows that Hillary Clinton is ahead by 2 points with a 5-point
I'd be really surprised if the Fox News poll ever showed a Democrat ahead of them.
Yeah, they always do that.
Really.
But then it got me thinking about how much we're sheep. We just listen to everything. And every campaign has, almost every campaign has a slogan. Okay?
Right. Oh, here we go.
Donald Trump with the "Make America Great Again," right?
Feel the burn.
No, well, let's take a look at them, okay?
Yeah.
Make America Great Again. That assumes that America wasn't great or hasn't been great.
Right.
When did we stop being great?
I don't know.
Was it during Obama? Or was it before Obama? We were great before Obama, but not afterwards?
Because it was Bush.
Was it Bush?
Yeah.
We were average?
No, I don't think so.
Have we ever been okay?
I think we've been all right. I think we can get by.
That's assuming that we could be great again. How? Yeah,
it's vague enough to be. It's vague, which is on purpose. Okay, obviously.
So then it got me thinking. I was like, it's just so. Oh yeah, and it makes people feel something.
Right.
Like, I don't understand that one. But then I thought, okay, well, what's Hillary's campaign slogan?
What is it?
I don't. It depends.
Yeah.
Who is she talking to?
Depends on what the issue is this week.
What's the issue? So I started to look, and it was pretty funny because they had a bunch of obviously funny ones on the internet. It was like, vote for Hillary, and you get Bill too. Which I thought was, okay, legitimate.
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton for president, progressive, but not too progressive.
Yeah, that's
not bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Keeping America great, which I thought was a nice little dig.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
And Hillary Clinton, likability isn't everything. Okay.
That's just catty.
Yes, I thought that was a little snarky myself. Yeah, but then okay, so you brought up Feel the Burn.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my favorite.
Take a step back from that for a second. Feel the burn.
Yeah.
If he's like your creepy old uncle, that's a little scary. Feel the burn.
What repressed memories do you have,
I
John?
don't know, but I don't know what. Feel the burn of what? There's a lot of different things that. No, we're not going to get into that.
Yeah, that could go down a really dark road.
So then I was like, okay, well, how hard is it to write campaigns? If you were going to run for office, what would your campaign slogan be?
Here, you come back to me.
All right. I came up with a couple of them that I saw on the internet that I thought were pretty cool. It's like, I'm nobody. Nobody's perfect. I must be perfect. Vote for me.
That's cute.
It was cute.
Yeah, nice.
That's not offensive.
No, it's all plain and very nice.
Yeah. Vote for me. Stop global whining.
I like that one. I think that's my favorite one of yours.
Yeah. Or my campaign promise, no new Kardashians. Which is also a pretty good one. But vote for me, I don't care where you pee. That's a good one.
Yeah, it rhymes.
It rhymes. It
Yeah.
does rhyme. That's important. Vote for me, I'm not vegan and I don't CrossFit. Which is huge if you think about it. But still nothing, huh?
Oh,
yeah. Vote for Cure, he'll buy you a beer.
I was going to say, you'll get a free car. I don't know.
I
make huge promises that I can't.
A little pot in every chicken?
No.
But then it got me thinking, it's all media driven.
Right. Okay? It's already Trump versus Hillary no matter what at this point, right, because the media keeps pushing that in our face.
Of course they do. And I kept thinking, it's like, everything is so media driven, and I can't say liberal media anymore. Now the majority leans to the left, right, and is more liberal than conservative. I get that, but I think Fox has kind of, if they said, "Hey, we're Fox's opinion station,"
yeah,
I'd have no problems with that. But when they pass them off as kind of
like a news source,
right? And CNBC is the exact same way, but the other side,
exactly, yeah.
And it's like if the sheep. don't know that.
Are we in this sheep category, or are we above them because we are aware that they're sheep?
I think we might be above them.
You're right, we are.
Yeah, we're back to that one. So, but no, it got me thinking, because this week there was a big Facebook meeting. Mm-hmm. Did you hear about that? All these conservative leaders sat down with Mark Zuckerberg because apparently, according to a member of the Facebook trending team, now the fact that Facebook has a trending team is a little disturbing.
You got to have a trending team. You got to find out what's trending.
Okay, that's
it's a millennial thing.
Yeah, it's a millennial thing. It's got to be
hashtag millennial, son.
Hashtag millennial trending team. You mean the little tic-tac-toe word?
Yeah,
I did that on purpose.
You don't even call it a pound sign. You just go straight to tic-tac-toe.
Tic-tac-toe. Yeah, I'm old school. Anyway, but apparently Facebook was suppressing conservative content and conservative voices.
I mean, I that kind of just depends on who your friends are. Like, I see a lot of Democratic stuff because a lot of my friends are Democrats.
Yeah.
Like, it's suppressed in the sense that my friends just don't put it up.
See, to me, it's you have to assume that Facebook. Well, first of all, you have to commend Facebook for sitting down and saying, "Okay, guys, you got this complaint. Sit down, talk about it."
Right.
I think that's the way to handle
it. It's really transparent.
Yeah, and then it turned into much ado about nothing because it seemed like everybody got caught up in Facebook must be very liberal because they're in the Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley is they're actually very liberal, but not very, very progressive. They're very capitalist there, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
So it's got to be a weird basis up there, or a weird mix. But it's just because it was the press that was reporting it. All conservatives got all up in arms and started assuming that it must be true, and therefore it's against our principles. The liberal biased press is beating us down again. Mm-hmm. And they sat down with them and presented a list of demands like you would imagine somebody from the Rainbow Coalition sitting down with an employer who's been accused of discrimination on a different basis.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like, oh my, this has gone full circle. They actually suggested that Facebook have more diversity training so that their employees could be more sensitive to conservative values.
To conservative values, okay.
It's like, what?
It's like, I don't. I can understand conservative values, but does that mean I have to support them as well?
The mere fact that you understand them is different than that's what we need to train you in, so you can fully understand them.
Oh, so I can grasp the concepts.
Then it was like, more diversity in their hiring and in their training. Well, more diversity in their hiring.
Like, do they want them to hire more diverse? Like,
no, more conservatives.
More conservatives. Okay.
Yeah. 2% of the country is Mormon, so they should hire 2% of their workforce should be Mormon to properly reflect American values. Give me a break. That's what we would rail against if it was the Rainbow Coalition coming in and doing the same thing to another institution.
Right.
It just seemed like, what was the other one? We need to take specific steps to right this wrong. Give me a bucket.
I love how vague that statement is. We need to make specific steps. Oh, what specific steps? No, we just have to make specific steps. Yeah. That's the vaguest way you could put that and make it sound like you're actually trying to make a point.
Yeah, it just is one of those things that I could see if there were a true discrimination on racial, or sexual, or gender, or something, the offended group would sit down and say that. And the conservatives would be sitting going, no, we should just let the marketplace
do they have any
decide.
figures of how many conservatives actually apply for these jobs?
I don't know. And why would they even care?
Right.
What, do you have to check off whether you're liberal, conservative on your job application?
It never comes up. In fact, it's not even legal to really talk about.
It was kind of embarrassing. It was kind of embarrassing, and I figured that's somehow, some way, we've come complete full circle.
Full circle to when?
From now the conservatives are becoming liberal, and now the liberals will become conservatives, and everything's going to be all flip-flopped. Well, I'm going to bury my head in the sand and go watch sports.
Yeah.
See, that was
that's what I do every day.
I know, pretty much.
Right?
That's a good segue, wasn't it?
Okay, I'll commend you on segues, but if you're fishing for commendation, I can't give it. I can't give it to you.
Well, okay. Speaking of sports, basketball. Surprised by Oklahoma City?
Not the second game. The first game I was when they beat the Golden State Warriors, but the second game seemed pretty how you would expect that whole series to go.
Do you think it's going to go? I mean, is it a foregone conclusion that it's?
I think the second game was much more indicative of how this series is going to go.
So
I think they were riding high on beating the Spurs, and they're like, okay, we have all this momentum, let's take it into the game. And then second game after it's worn down, like they get destroyed.
1-1. The third game's tonight, or is it tomorrow?
I think it's tonight because Raptors and Cavs were last night. Which
that's
just an awful series.
A great series. That's really going to set basketball back. I mean, I thought it was kind of boring to watch basketball anyway.
No, I love watching basketball just in general. I won't watch that series until a game actually gets good.
I'll be honest,
watch it.
Comparing the two, and I since both of my teams are out of the playoffs, I actually sat down and watched a hockey game, and then I watched a basketball game.
Which one was more fun for you?
Oh, it's not even close.
Basketball.
No, hockey. Are you kidding me?
See, I'm the opposite though. Like hockey, I like. It's really fun to watch, but I don't get the rules, and it moves. I don't get some of the penalties, and it moves so fast.
It moves too fast.
It's
too
harder
much
to grasp.
action.
Because basketball, like it moves a little bit slower. So when you try to figure stuff out, you have more time to figure things out.
I forgot a millennial thing, and they don't.
How
have,
is that a millennial?
I can make this millennial. You guys don't have a long attention span. You can sit down and watch a hockey game.
So wouldn't faster be good?
No.
Yes.
Because you have to pay attention to the entire hockey game.
Yeah, but it goes by quicker.
Yeah, but you don't have to pay attention to a basketball game in the last 2 minutes.
That's true.
Okay, so in the last 2 minutes.
I mean, like I feel like the periods are so long, you don't have to pay attention to like the very last end of the last period.
But there's action on. Oh, this is going to be a good debate because you're wrong.
I think you are.
That makes it a great debate. No, there's nothing better than playoff hockey and overtime, sudden death overtime hockey.
Yeah, but that's at the very end of the game.
It could be another
after
game
like a 5-hour game.
Oh,
it's like 3 20-minute periods plus 20 minutes breaks in between the game.
And you're right. Clearing out to watch LeBron go one-on-one with some guy who can't cover him is a lot of fun.
No one can cover LeBron.
I know. It's a lot of fun to watch him try to score.
But it's fun to actually see people score. Whereas in hockey, it's just like, oh, he blocked it because the guy's as large as the goal is.
It's great. It's great to see people score when the final score is 117.
Every time I've seen someone score in hockey, it was on accident.
When they get that 6-0 run to start the game, I'm calling a timeout because you're going to switch momentum after the first 12 seconds.
Oh, you got to switch momentum. That's their strategy.
Strategy. Timeout. They've scored 6 points in a row. Timeout.
If I watch hockey, the first shot never goes in.
6 out of 122.
It like bounces off a person and then it goes in. That's the only time I've seen a score ever happen.
You realize they're on ice skates when they're doing all that?
Oh, I see that.
Okay.
Yeah, they're wearing shoes in basketball.
Yeah, they're running.
Shoes are pretty cool.
Pretty much anybody can run. Can you skate?
I can skate, just not backwards.
Oh, yeah. My problem is I could skate backwards, I could skate forwards, I just couldn't stop.
You can do speed skating.
I could probably do speed skating, but I would just...
I'd like to see you in the spandex.
Somebody would have to run around and go, oh, slow down. Give me some sort of rope to hang on to or something as I skate by.
Like that little thing that they carry kids on.
Yeah, exactly. So you wrote an article for the Gazette.
Yes.
SC-UCLA.
Yeah.
To be fair, and impartial.
Oh, you're impartial?
I made that
that's right, because you're not from California.
Impartial. You've got bias?
Oh, definitely. That's why I put UCLA in front.
Okay.
I was going to put that in the article somewhere, but I'm like, it's too wordy.
It's not SC-UCLA, it's UCLA-SC.
SC, yeah.
Isn't USC, UCLA
I hear our guy Andrew over here, because I know he's an SC fan. I know that for a fact.
Well, I mean, from the East Coast...
Yeah.
Okay. I remember watching SC-UCLA. It was on at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Did it mean much to you back then?
And it meant a lot. I'm in Maryland. You know, as a kid, going outside and it's freezing cold.
Right.
There's hardly snow, but it's like nasty,
and you
cold,
see the
gray.
sunshine of California.
And you come inside at 4 o'clock to watch football, or at 7 o'clock at night, and you're watching, these cute blonde cheerleaders in white.
It sounds like you're from like
skirts.
Mother Russia.
Yeah, that's about what it was like. Cold, gray, nasty. You see the beautiful sunshine.
I want to go there when I grows up.
Yeah, and the blonde girls, it's like, I'm going to California. I'm an SC
You made
fan.
it.
And at that time, they were good.
Welcome, comrade. You made it.
Welcome, comrade. I made it through
the cold, harsh winters.
I had to dig under the wall to get through it, yeah. But is it really coming back? Do they really care, or aren't the rivalries?
No, I think this rivalry, for the longest time, has been super one-sided either way. The 90s was definitely UCLA's era, and then the early 2000s, like I mentioned in the article, was USC's era with Pete Carroll and everything. And now this era... It's like 3-3. The series is tied in the 2010s.
Yeah.
Because of Brett Hundley, and I don't know how Josh Rosen's going to fare. He didn't win his first game, but Josh Rosen's a very good young quarterback. But USC is also back to full strength. They got all their scholarships back. There's no more postseason ban. All the recruits that want to come can come again. So I think they're both reaching. But in the time while USC wasn't as strong as they are now back again, UCLA got stronger as a program. They've found it. Like now they're always up for the playoffs as well, whereas before they were just never ranked. So they're strong. They're both strong programs all of a sudden. USC is getting back to full strength, and if they get back to full strength, they will probably win the series again, obviously. But
do you like the whole conference realignment thing?
The North and South?
Yeah, the Big Ten and the way the super conferences and how each conference has to realign.
I don't like the way the Pac-10 did it, because there was better schools that could have joined, like Utah and Colorado. Okay.
There was rumors that Oklahoma was very close.
Yeah, no, before Utah, like Utah and Colorado was like Plan C. Yeah. Like we were gonna get like Texas and Texas Tech and Oklahoma, and there's gonna be like the Pac-16 with all these powers like schools, and then you get Utah and Colorado. You're like, okay, like you're good. Utah's getting better. Colorado's never really good. It's like, but you don't add much to the conference now. Just 2 extra schools, but
because it's interesting.
Same amount of competition.
I went to Maryland and they joined they went from the ACC, which is the All Carolina Conference.
That's a basketball conference.
It was a basketball conference. They reached out and got Miami and Florida State
right
a long time ago, and that was their football. And then then Maryland jumped for the Big Ten.
Right.
Since then, they've won more. Since they've joined the conference, they've won more championships in sports, conference championships in sports, than any other school in the Big Ten. Wow. So I'm like, okay, well, this was a good move, but that's the non-revenue sports.
Oh, so
football and basketball.
How is Maryland's football squad?
We fired our coach last year, thank goodness. Randy Edsel.
Never a good sign when we're doing that.
I think we've got the number 20 to 25 ranked recruiting class coming in.
Not bad.
We're building a lot of Under Armour money, and this is what people don't realize. Schools are now going to align themselves like Oregon with Nike.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. It's a money game.
The guy who founded Under Armour is an alum. So,
okay.
So it'll be interesting to see.
A lot of money going around, but
a lot of money going around
for the students.
A couple.
None for the players.
A bunch of money. Yeah, well, the players might be getting paid soon too.
I would like that. I would like to see that.
All right. Well, thanks for sitting in.
No problem.
Thanks to Lee, our guest, and our local news person, Melissa Lambert. And you've listened to Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John on AM-1220 KHTS, Santa Cruz hometown station. We are back next week.